Hey everybody, Justin Watches Movies here. I got a very special video for you guys. Today I'm with a special guest. This is...
It's Adam with Almost Sideways.
And we're here today to talk about some of our favorite movies in April 2017. I came across your video. You wore a Mariners hat and was like, yep, Mariners fan. I'm sorry for you. And so
right?
I commented on your video and we met up and now we saw the King Arthur movie. We both thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so this is a surprising movie for me. So we're here today to talk about some of the movies that we saw in April. And I guess we go to the same movie theater a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
We've probably been there before together. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to try to do this every month. At the end of the month, talk about some of the movies that we liked, movies that we didn't see, maybe too lazy to see, and some of the best performances. We might change up some things throughout the month, like if there's a lot of superhero movies, like maybe the best superhero. We'll see how it goes. But I want to talk about movies that we did not see first.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I got a couple ones. I got The Void. I hear is super good. It's a good little horror throwback to like kind of the 80s, 90s kind of horror film. As well as The Lost City of Z. I just hear really good things about that. Don't know much about it, but I hear it's super good.
It's like a Amazon adventure film. That's what Charlie Hunnam's in that, and Robert Pattinson.
He's really good in King Arthur. So
they're playing that at Federal Way, I think.
Oh, they are? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't get to see Gifted and Colossal, which two movies I really did want to see. But they're playing locally, so I might check them out soon. But
yeah, definitely.
I like Chris Evans. I was going to say Jason Statham. He's not. That'd be a weird movie to see. But Chris Evans, I definitely want to see that one. Maybe on Blu-ray or whatever down the road. But we'll do kind of the worst first, and then talk about best movies, and then maybe performances.
Yeah,
and then best performances. So you can kind of start with your first worst movie of April.
The worst.
There wasn't many movies.
Yeah, we didn't see a ton. I do have one dishonorable mention. Actually, two of them. Sandcastle. It's a Netflix film with Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult's really good in it, but the movie's just kind of boring and just slow throughout. I didn't really care for it too much. And Smurfs: The Lost Village. So it's not my cup of tea on that one. So, but my worst movie, hands down, is Unforgettable. This movie is going to be truly unforgettable. I will never be able to forget this movie. Even though the performances were pretty decent, they did the best they can.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen her in a film in a long time.
Yeah, and Katherine Heigl's not being in a romantic comedy, which is totally different. That's why I was kind of intrigued by it. But yeah, it's just so cliched and predictable, and it's just sitting there. I looked over at my wife, and it's like, "Are you enjoying this?" She's like,
"Want to leave now?"
She's like, "No, let's finish this movie out," and she didn't even like it. So that speaks volumes, I think.
It kind of reminded me of, even though I didn't see it, kind of reminds me of When the Bow Breaks last year.
Yeah.
Kind of like same premise of someone that goes absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Like Obsessed was something I brought up in my review, as well as like No Good Deed. And
I remember Obsessed.
There was another movie I mentioned, but somebody goes crazy and seeks revenge on somebody. We've seen the story, but let's stop talking about this movie.
Well, please. I will not see it. Some of my dishonorable mentions. Sandy Wexler. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. I love Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy. He has those crazy accents, but this one just did not work.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hours and 12 minutes. I was like, we watched it a couple weeks ago on Saturday, and I was like, I really don't want to watch this now. It was so long, and it's just, he was like the worst thing in that movie, and it was flat out boring. It was way too long. Smurfs: Lost Village. Funny story, I went to the local mall theater to see it, and about an hour and 15 minutes into the movie just turned off. Every single theater lost power. So I didn't get to finish watching it, but what I did see was pretty bad. And I liked the Smurfs. I got a couple Smurf toys throughout here, the cartoons, but it wasn't fun. Like, even the kids were not having fun with it. So I did not like the Smurfs. And the worst film, The Circle. I know we were supposed to see it a couple nights ago, but it is actually the worst film I have seen this year.
Oh, wow.
It is that bad. 50 Shades Darker is better than The Circle. My wife hated it too, and she was a little bit excited for it. The script is so bad. You think it's like a thriller, but Emma Watson's like supposed to like tear down the company, she only makes it better. And so she's all over the place. She's contradicting herself. It was bad.
Great.
It was like a product placement for the Circle, if the Circle actually existed. Do you think that the Circle might be bad? And they are bad, but they just make it seem like they are good. It was really bad. I was like, I don't want to tell Adam about this at all because I wanted to see his reactions. It was horrible.
Well, that's disappointing because I was actually the only reason why I was looking forward to it was because of Tom Hanks and Emma Watson and John Boyega and Eller Coltrane from Boyhood. I was looking forward to it.
He was bad. He was bad in that movie. John Boyega had like 3 scenes. Tom Hanks had like 3 scenes, and Emma Watson was just flat. It was...
Well, way to advertise your movie.
It was unforgettable. It was a forgettable movie. I just don't want to see it ever again.
Oh, great. Well, good. I'm glad I missed that.
So, want to move on to our worst performances now? Kind of keep the worst on one side and then the best.
Let's get all the garbage out of the way first.
The worst performance was definitely going back to Adam Sandler. His chuckles, and he had this thing where he just laughed so much, and it was awkward, and it was just a pretty bad performance. Some of the voice acting in the Smurfs, but I guess the really bad one was Adam Sandler.
It's kind of a shame because, like you said, a lot of this stuff is really good, his older stuff, and I just kind of sad because he just fell off the map, and Eddie Murphy was another one that kind of just out of nowhere he's gone, and
he can act. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love, great movie.
And I really like Adam Sandler's stuff. It's unfortunate that I probably will never watch the Netflix Adam Sandler films just because I don't want to feel sorry for the guy.
It's like a low risk, and there's 5 more coming out. They're doing one soon, starring Chris Rock and Adam Sandler, where their kids are marrying each other, and it's the week before the wedding. So that sounds pretty fun. Well, hopefully that's pretty good.
Well, hopefully it's better than what you were describing. So.
What was your worst performance?
All right, well, I'm not going to count Unforgettable because I think that the actors actually do try their best. The one performance that truly got under my skin was Jack McBrayer in the Smurfs movie. He plays clumsy, and he's just way over the top, and he's
clumsy.
He's clumsy, and his voice just gets under made my blood boil. It just got under my skin and just annoyed me from first scene to the very last scene.
And he was the main part of the movie.
Yeah, he was in it. Yeah, he was one of the main characters, and I did like Jack McBrayer in 30 Rock, and I believe he was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I thought he was good in those films.
He's an awkward kind of fun guy.
But this one, when he's the center of attention, he's not. He shouldn't be that. He should be kind of a background character to me.
Yeah.
I just didn't like. I didn't care for it at all.
It's funny because there's a PBS show that I walked into a 4th grade class and they were watching it. He was in it. And he's on a PBS show about math and science, and even in there, low budget, he was still bad.
Oh,
so I mean, I don't think he could ever lead a movie.
Yeah,
just an old side character. He's funny.
Yeah.
So let's move on to we'll do best performances and then best movies.
Yeah, let's do that.
Best performance. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of movies this month, but I did like Charlotte Copley in Free Fire. I did not like the movie that much. I thought it was kind of repetitive, but Charlotte Copley definitely was the highlight of the film. He was highly energetic. He had this accent that I couldn't even tell what he was saying. I think that added to the humor. What are you saying here? He was just balls out. He was crazy. He cared about shooting everybody that was on his team or against everybody else. He didn't care who he was shooting at, and it just added a lot of humor to the character. Awesome. So I think Charlotte Copley definitely was the saving grace for Free Fire, and I think everybody else in the movie was pretty fun. Everybody had a line that was hilarious, but the standing actor was Charlotte Copley, and I like him as an actor. He's a pretty fun guy. Nice.
That gives me hope for that movie. I didn't get to see that, but I didn't really care for him in Hardcore Henry or even Maleficent. I thought he was probably...
He was in Maleficent?
Yeah, he was the king. It was just...
I do not like that movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie, and it has this special place in my heart because my daughter was born that same day we watched it, so that was pretty awesome. Oh. But he was the worst part of that film. I did not like him. But anyway, we're not talking about the worst right now. We're talking about the best, and my best is the team up of The Rock and Jason Statham from Fate of the Eight.
Yes, just Fast and Furious 8.
It's Fast 8, okay?
Stupid title.
Those guys are superheroes in this franchise. They're just over-the-top action heroes, and they play well off each other. They have great chemistry, especially Jason Statham, the scene in the airplane with the baby.
That was hilarious.
Awesome scene, and I was like, I want like a Jason Statham having to take a baby to on a road trip. That would be an amazing movie.
My wife
right
said
there.
that they should make like a Jason Statham team up movie with the baby.
That would be funny. But yeah, definitely The Rock had a lot of good one-liners. Jason Statham had some good one-liners. It was just they were a lot of fun in a movie that was a over-the-top action film, and they delivered what they were supposed to. So it was awesome.
I really like Jason Statham in there, and I really didn't care for much in Furious 7. I thought he was like a pretty average villain, but here it was like to turn the character on his head, have him be good, working with the team. I thought was pretty smart move on their part.
Yeah. It gives me some hope for the future because Luke Evans, who played Jason Statham's brother in Fast 8, he'll be back probably for Fast 9. I'd like to see those guys' chemistry as well, so that's pretty exciting.
It's cool. It's weird that he was the villain in 6, Jason Statham was a villain in 7, and they're all working together now.
Wonder if Charlize Theron is going to be teaming up with them. Hopefully not.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
She was probably the one that actually did the most destruction.
Yeah.
And caused the team besides Jason Statham killing Han.
Exactly.
So.
All right. So what's our best film?
Best film. Honorable mention. I kind of liked Going in Style. It was sweet. It was innocent. I think that the chemistry between the 3 older actors. Was it Michael Caine,
Alan Arkin,
and Morgan Freeman. They all worked really well together, and it just seemed like they had a lot of fun, and that's how I felt about the movie. It was fun, it was innocent, and it was enjoyable. Nothing too amazing, nothing bad.
Definitely one of those movies you want to see if you get like DVD or a Redbox or if it's on TV. Yeah. It's definitely good to check out.
But the best movie is the big blockbuster of this month was The Fate of the Furious. I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan. I've watched them ever since they were released and got toys and t-shirts and a bunch of things. I actually really like this one. It was one of my favorite ones of the franchise. I liked it more than Furious 7, even though Furious 7 was great and the end sequence with Paul Walker. I liked it more than Furious 6. I liked the opening when he was racing save his cousin's car.
That was pretty cool.
Some of the action sequences, over the top, but a lot of fun. I like how they handled Vin Diesel's character because I was a bit worried going into it. Like, what are they really going to do with him turning on the family? And I hoping it wasn't going to be brainwashing.
That's definitely. I was glad they didn't do that.
I can buy the reason why he was doing what he was doing. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah.
But I bought into it. I bought into the action sequences. I thought the chemistry was great. And Jason Statham, Luke Evans, and The Rock.
Yeah.
It was weird to see Jason Statham working with the team, but it added for a lot of humor, and that he was bad once before, but you need to work together, and it really brought an importance to bringing down Vin Diesel. So overall, I really enjoyed the movie.
I got a second, because like I said, there's not a whole lot of movies this month, but The Fate of the Furious is my favorite as well, for many of the points that you pointed out. Also, Helen Mirren shows up in this film and is really funny as well, and I don't want to spoil who she is, but
I could see her in another one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. And Kurt Russell is awesome as well. I really like Kurt Russell, and
What about them two dating?
They're romantic comedy. No, but they were
nobody in her.
Yeah, they were awesome in the film too. I didn't like it as much as you did, but I still enjoyed it for being a Fast and the Furious film, and it was a lot of fun and just over the top stunts, and that's where when you go into those movies to see that in the theater, you want to see some crazy stuff go down, and it was a lot of fun, and it's just a good time with the movies.
You gotta turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Do you like the Fast and the Furious movies?
Yeah, I definitely think that the Fast 5 is my favorite.
Yes, mine.
And I like the first one, the 7th, and the 6th one are probably, I think, higher than this one, but I think 8 fits right in the middle perfectly. Yeah.
So there you guys have it, is our best and worst movies of the month and best and worst performances. April is kind of like a slow month, so definitely expect a lot more to talk about in May. We've got Alien Covenant and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Baywatch, that might be surprising. King Arthur, we've already talked about, but we'll see how that plays into the list. Pirates, Snatched, I'm definitely looking forward to. Adam, best movie, just end the month, end the year now. Snatched, best movie ever.
War Machine with Brad Pitt on Netflix too.
I'm surprised with Netflix at how they're doing. There's a movie coming out in
December,
directed by David Ayer with Will Smith.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. But for April, there were some good movies. There were some bad movies. I would say there's more bad than good.
Yeah.
But hopefully May will bring some good movies.
Yeah.
Summer blockbuster, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Exactly.
So thank you guys for watching the video of best and worst movies for April. Once again, this is my guest of Almost Sideways. His channel link will be down below for that. We'll be doing these every month. I'm really excited for it.
Me too. This is fun.
So go over to his channel, give him a like. I think you got Facebook, Instagram, all that.
Twitter and as well, and Instagram. Yeah.
All Almost Sideways.
Twitter is Adam Sideways and Instagram is Almost Sideways _Adam.
So this is Justin Watches Movies. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below with your favorite movie and worst movie of April. So this is Just Watch Movies and Almost Sideways, and you stay classy, YouTube.
And we'll see you later.